Yo, what's up, Mike?
Hey, how's
How you doing, buddy?
it
So I figured, I've been doing a little research on this coronavirus thing, and this is pretty much this is another special edition of quarantine in the
going?
city.
Right. Right.
Escape from New York.
Yep. Yep. A little bit of Omega Man thrown in there too.
So, so you want to hear? So I'm going to give you some numbers, and you tell me what you think.
Go ahead. I
So
got
in
some numbers
America,
for you too.
yeah. So the numbers say the population in America is about 331 million people, right?
Wait. Okay, say that again. How many people have it in
Three
America?
hundred and thirty-one hundred million people in America, pretty much. When you average the number,
I think you're saying that wrong, Rob. 321,000.
no 300. No, I'm talking about the whole America, the whole United States.
Yeah.
I'm breaking this over 331 million people in the United States.
Oh, our population as a whole. Yeah.
The population of the whole thing as a whole, right?
Yeah.
Coronavirus cases so far with that big population, it's only 135,000 cases.
Right.
Let's rough it up 136 cases altogether, right?
Right.
The death of those cases is 2,385. So you know what when you do that whole number, you know what's the death percentage?
What?
1.7%.
Right. That's not counting people that recover. That's just
And
the
here's the number of people that recover. People that recover is 4,378. So you have a 3.3% of recovery where you got three. Like, dude, the numbers are not as bad. Like when you do a percentage, those numbers seem bad, but the numbers are not that bad.
I got some numbers for you that I think are going to definitely clarify what you said. Okay, even further. All right.
Yeah. But you understand what I
No,
mean by
I
those
do.
numbers,
I do.
right?
No, I do, and you're right. I mean, it's a small percentage of the population. Okay, but we know there's something going on here. I mean, you
Yeah.
have to just look at that alone. Something's going on here. Okay, that doesn't add up. But let me show you something. Remember back in 2009 when we had the swine flu?
Yeah.
The H1N1 swine flu.
Yeah.
All right.
Yes.
Between April of 2009 and August of 2010, we were dealing with that across the world. It was called a pandemic by the World Health Organization in June of 2009. The first
Yeah.
case of it was a 10-year-old girl in California in April of 2009. So between
Yeah.
April of 2009 and June of 2009, it started to spread, and they called it a pandemic. So for the following year, it spread throughout the world. Now, the CDC estimated that 61 million people were infected in the United States with that virus in that year's time.
Yeah.
It caused 12,469 deaths. In the world wide, it caused 575,400 deaths.
Wow.
Now, did we shut down?
No.
Did we destroy the economy?
No.
Did we blame Obama?
No.
All right. So, okay. And here's more, real quick. Okay. The coronavirus. I took these numbers from this morning, or they might be last night's numbers. So they could be.
I actually took this. I took these numbers like 20 minutes ago. I got them from the most updated source. I went on to I actually went to the CDC.
Well, what I have here says worldwide. This is worldwide. The coronavirus as of today is 526,624 cases of infected people. 499,913 are considered mild cases. 95% of everybody in the world is considered a mild case. 26,711 are considered serious or critical, 5%. Now, the closed cases are 184,330. That's how many people have had it and the cases are closed. Now, out of those 184,000, 150,777 recovered, with 33,000 and change in deaths. Now, I'm not trying to fucking say these people don't count. This is somebody's fucking family.
Oh yeah.
somebody's father, whatever. And I feel for anybody that dies from this disease because it seems like it's a pretty shitty way to die. You pretty much
Yeah.
suffocate. Okay. And I feel for anybody that knows somebody with it or if you're going through it. But the response to this, and you know what? I've been kind of leaning this way for a couple weeks, but you know what? I'm just gonna go all in, man. Now I'm off the fence. I'm not gonna fucking say it anymore without the truth here. Okay, I think
Yeah.
that this is being used to take down the president. Okay, I'm sorry if anybody out there hates me for this. I hope you don't. Okay, but I really believe that it's to undermine this government, take him out, wreck the election, because you know that if this goes into November, Rob, and it's election time,
All right, it's over.
what are they going to say? They're going to say, okay, we're going to stop the election. If even if Trump suggested that, they would scream. So they're going to go ahead with it, and then when he wins, they're going to say it's not legit, and then there's going to be all kinds of other problems. So this is just to undermine. All right. Not only that. All right. There's what is the biggest threat to globalism right now and internationalism in the world? Trump. He's America first. Okay.
Yeah.
He's stopped a lot of things that Obama and Bush and Clinton before him and stuff all put in place. So the United States is in a weaker position. Okay. That's where we've stood. We don't stand that way anymore. And the other countries hate it. This is like deep state shit, man. I'm sorry. Maybe I'll get fucking killed for saying this. I don't know. But this is fucking true. All right. There's no, you look at the response. It's not wide. The only difference between the swine flu 10 years ago and this, the one thing is that the coronavirus is a little bit more contagious. Okay. It's able
I
to,
think it's easier to spread. That's the problem. Is it
that's what
spreads a
exactly what
lot
I'm saying.
easier.
That's exactly what I'm saying. I think it lives on surfaces a little bit longer and all that. Okay, fine. We need to be careful. We need to wash our hands. Even the social distancing is not a bad idea. Okay. But at the same time, do we need to shut down everything? Do we need to have this state of emergency? Then you got to wonder, are we really in a state of emergency? Did you see the clip I sent you this morning with the hospital totally empty?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
That was in Brooklyn. Anybody wants to see it, let me know. I'll show it. I'll send it to you. It's a downtown Brooklyn hospital. Okay. And there's a place outside where people are supposed to be lined up to be testing. The media will tell you that every hospital is fucking jam packed. This one was empty. Why? Why isn't everybody out testing? Well, maybe
You know which
not that
hospital
many
is
people
probably
are
the
fucking
most?
sick.
You know what hospital is probably the busiest right now?
Elmhurst.
Probably Elmhurst. Elmhurst definitely got a pandemic because people are bugging the fuck out. They get online,
All right.
and they got video up there. But you know what?
Okay.
There's some fake videos going on around it. There's some real, because I talked to a few people that work there,
Yeah.
and some people just say, yeah, it's bad, and some people just overthrowing it. And then some people are telling me, dude, the people in here are acting like nothing's happening.
Okay, so also that neighborhood, I've lived in Elmhurst. I know it's densely populated. Okay.
Oh yeah.
You can't park in that neighborhood. It's fucking jam packed. Okay.
You got people from everywhere.
Everybody is packed in there, and they're going to a city hospital. Keep in mind, Elmhurst is a city hospital. If you
Yep.
don't have bennies, if you don't have medical, and you fucking have a little sniffle, you're running to the hospital. That's what these people are doing. Let me tell you something.
And they'll take you. They'll take you in.
They
Yeah.
have to take you. They have to take you. You might be sick. Okay. But it's creating a panic. Let me tell you something. The other night, what's today? Sunday? Friday night, I started having a little bit of a sore throat. Okay. And a tiny little bit of a cough, like a little dryness. And, of course, being in the state we're all in, I'm going, oh, fuck. Right. So Sandy tells me, go gargle with apple cider vinegar and some lime juice. Okay? I did that. The shit was gone in 2 seconds.
Wow.
Okay? I did it again last night, and I feel fine now. All right? Just maybe it was a little something, maybe it was nothing. I don't know. Okay, but people are getting their little things, their little sniffles, their little sneezes, their little aches and pains. They think they got the virus. They're running to the fucking hospital. The last place I want to go right now is see a doctor. That's the last thing I want to do at this moment. Okay, I don't want to be anywhere near it. Why? Because that's where the fucking disease is.
Yeah. Dude, God forbid you fucking somebody sneeze on something, you touch that fucking layer, and that's it. You got the fucking thing, you know?
How about these people fucking sneezing on shit on purpose?
Dude, have you seen the fucking guy working like in Taco Bell that licked all the
licked the
fucking
shelves. He was licking
out
the shelves.
shelf? I was like, motherfucker.
Nah, he should be fucking killed.
Dude, and then you got the fucking guys delivering packages, fucking licking. Dude, some people are sick.
Yeah, man, they really are. You really see the ugly side of people with all this, man. You know, it's sad. I mean, you know, when 9/11 happened, everybody kind of stuck together. You know, we all lived through it. Different kind of experience, but still, it was a sign that as Americans and New Yorkers, we could come together a little bit, right? What's happening here? You know, people raiding the shelves, can't get food, can't get toilet paper. It's eased up a little bit now, but in the beginning, what was happening? Everybody was panicking. Everybody was like every man for themselves. Okay, and you know, you got Cuomo, who I have to give him some credit. He's been pretty good, even though he's destroyed the state in other ways for the last few years. But
I got to say, when it came to this thing, he's actually, you know, at the bottom line, he's showing leadership and he's working with this guy. And that's what, at the end of the day, you want, he's almost doing what Chris Christie did after Sandy.
Right. He didn't get along with Obama, but he worked with him.
He worked with him. Yeah. It's the same thing with Cuomo and Trump. You know, they try to do the best, and then there's people shitting on it.
Yep.
You know, because people are just they don't have all the resources, they don't have all the information, and the problem is some people don't like it. But you know, the problem with the whole situation that's going on right now, you know what, the media is almost like creating this fear thing.
Fear mongering. Yeah.
You know, they're fear monger, and I don't know if you remember when Trump was interviewing that guy. Was her doing an interview, and the guy said, "What about the Americans that are scared and this?
Yeah.
What will you tell them?" And he go, "You know what? That's Barry." He was right. He was actually right, calling the guy Barry Porter, because you know what? Talk about you want to give people a sense of a sense of relax. Everything's gonna be fine if you guys do this.
It's better to play it down a little bit.
Yeah,
get the information out there, but yeah.
Because think about it, in Italy and all these other places, they've been quarantined for a while, but they're not really being quarantined because everybody lives so close to each other. Look at the city. Everybody lives so close to each other that, you know what, it only takes one person that's sick to go out, touch the elevator. You know what, they're not wearing gloves, they're not getting nothing. You can get the whole building sick.
Not only that, Cuomo the other day, he was thinking out loud, and he was thinking in hindsight. And he said out loud, in the fucking press conference, possibly quarantining may have been a mistake. You can look this up. Some people I've said this to a few people online, and they don't believe me that he said it. But you can look it up.
I think Eric Moore just put that on Facebook a little while ago.
I put it up a couple of days ago. I've had some people get back to me, say it was bullshit. He did say it, okay? He said that the reason it may have been a mistake is it mixed the old with the young. And
that's exactly you can't mix the old with the young. Because let's say if a young person got it, they say they show no symptom, but they got it, and you got two old people. You know what? Guess what? Hasta la vista.
Well, that's the thing. Now, the swine flu 10 years ago actually, for some reason, hit young people harder, okay, than it did older people. And the reason it was because with flus, you as you're older with flus, the more like you're exposed to them, the more you're immune to them. Okay.
Yeah, of course.
In some cases, okay, and that happened 10 years ago, and young people were getting sick and dying. All right, it wasn't happening to older people as much. Now it's the other way around. Okay, it's the other way around with the coronavirus. The older people are getting hurt. That's because we've never seen this before.
You know what the funny thing is, if you looked up the coronavirus, it was already in WebMD before this whole thing happened. It was already a live virus. This is just a stronger stem of this same virus. It's like it's
Well, do you remember?
Um.
Did you see the article about the bats
Oh yeah, that shit with all those bats,
from
like 800
2017?
bats are infected.
Yeah, that article was from 2017. Okay, and it said that there was a cave in China, in that area where it got started. Okay, same area that had that there was a bats in a particular cave that they thought were developing some kind of new strain of the coronavirus. They couldn't tell exactly,
But they did.
but maybe it came out of there. Okay,
Yeah.
and it's the thing with this virus is it was able to jump between animals and people. Okay, that's where it went fucking wrong for everybody. Okay, there's all kinds of diseases that just stay with animals, and no matter what you do, you'd never get it. Okay, this is different. It mutated into something that was able to latch on to us. Okay, and now we have this problem. Now, I'm not. You got people that despise President Trump, despise everything about him, no matter what he does. I mean, he just, that hospital ship is supposed to come into the harbor tomorrow morning. Okay, that's over 1,000 beds to help people. Okay,
But you saw they already got the jab it up and running.
yeah, the Javits, right? And the guard and the I think it was the Army Corps of Engineers was involved in building that too. So that you can give credit to the federal government for. Okay, I'm not even about giving credit or pointing fingers. Okay, just with facts. All right. There's a lot of people saying that President Trump said this whole thing was a hoax. He never said that. Okay, do a fact check. Okay, people are saying that Trump said the virus is a hoax. Never said that. What he said was that at a rally in South Carolina, that the Democrats' criticism of his response to the virus is their latest hoax.
No, but you know what the problem was when fucking Trump decided to close the Chinese border, not no more flights to China in January 4th.
And he was racist. Yeah.
He was a racist. It wasn't a racist. What's the first thing that all these European places did? They closed the border. Nobody's
Russia.
coming in or out.
Russia closed the
But
border 1, 2, 3.
oh, Russia was. Why do you think Russia don't have that many cases? What's the first thing you do? You close your fucking borders. You don't let nobody in. To the, you know what? People did, but right away, people were like, "Oh, this is no. It wasn't a race. It's a way to start protecting people." You know what? The first strand came from China. You guys, it's the guy that came like January 4th from Chicago, and he probably how many people you think he piloted? He was in the airport. He was in a plane.
How many things
I
did
mean,
he touch? How many?
think about in a plane that fucking air is
Right.
circulated.
Right.
If you're sneezing it or whatever, guess what? You're pretty much infected.
Yeah, I mean, this is how the flu gets around every year. Why it's so dangerous, even now, 2020, we're in the middle of a fucking coronavirus. People still getting the flu.
Yeah, and the flu still has taken out more people than this has. And check this out. Imagine the people that haven't get vaccine and they got no kind of protection.
Oh, you mean people that don't believe in vaccines?
Yeah, guess what? Now you catch this, you're pretty much that thing is pretty much going to fuck you up.
Well, yeah. I mean, not to mention you get other things.
you want to hear something crazy? If you get 7 different kind of flu stem in your body, you're pretty much immune almost to anything.
Really?
Yes. The only reason they keep giving you the flu shot every year because it changes, so it's just for a way. But once you get like 3 different stems, that's it. You pretty much protected. Your body's pretty much. So it takes something very bad to fucking get you really sick. So that's why there's a lot of people that they probably had the fucking coronavirus and they don't know it. It just was like, it might have been like a day that they was just like, damn, I feel a little weird. And that's pretty much it,
Yeah, there's always like this time of year, there'll always be a day or two where you feel like you got a little something and it goes away. The flu mutates every year.
Yeah,
that's why they try to stay on top of it, and you get your shot. Okay, but you want to hear something funny? I'm a firm believer of what George Carlin said about your immune system. Do you remember that skit?
Yeah.
Where we talked about how he used to swim in the Hudson River when they used to pump sewage in the fucking Hudson River, and he'd be swimming in there as a kid with shit floating by.
Yeah.
And he said the immune system is like a fucking muscle. if you don't use it and you run around all day with fucking antibacterial cream on you all the time, you never fucking get used to any kind of virus on you to fight it. So when something hits you, you're like, oh shit, your body can't fucking take it. That sounds crazy, but I believe that's true. I think that
You know what? When you use too much hand sanitizer,
yeah,
guess what?
you can't
It
fight it
start
off.
killing it start killing your immune system,
Right.
your hand. The
Exactly.
slightest thing can fucking poison you.
That's exactly what I'm saying, Rob. Okay.
And let me tell you,
Yep.
me as a bartender, how much germ you think I touch a day, especially grabbing a dirty glass that somebody just put their lips or they just sneeze on it or they touch it all. As a bartender, bartenders have these special fucking immune because they're around
Yeah.
germs all the time.
How about the money?
And the money, we're touching money all the
Touching
fucking
money all
time.
day. I mean, think about where that money is. Money's in your pocket, near your fucking crotch, near your fucking asshole. Okay. Then in your touching.
Sometimes down women's breasts.
Yeah, exactly. Right. Where where does it go? Right in your hand.
One in your hand.
All right. So if you don't have a strong immune system, you're in trouble.
Yeah, definitely. And there's some people that don't have because they never build an immune system,
Look,
especially this new generation. They really don't have that immune system.
You know something though, Rob? This is just there's a bigger picture here too. The reason why people are even buying into all this and it's allowed to get into this crazy fervor level where everybody's running around crazy is that Americans have just been pussified and weakened over the last 20, 25 years to a point where people don't even know what to do anymore with simple shit. You look at the way that we're babied in say the subway system. Okay,
Yeah.
you got that robot voice telling you what to do, the obvious shit. Don't wash your hands and don't do this, and everything is like we live in a nanny state, Rob. Okay, where everybody is telling us what to fucking do. Okay, remember during I think it was in the beginning of Bloomberg when they started changing all the fucking don't walk signs.
Yeah, because people couldn't read.
Yeah, but dumbass, what does red fucking mean? Okay, and what does green fucking mean? Okay, they spent millions of dollars to put the fucking little symbol of the guy walking, but now they want to change it again because they don't want to have a guy. They want to have it like the half guy, half woman. This is the
Nah,
world
you gotta
live in.
be shitting me.
No, I read about this about a year ago. They want
Are
to
you fucking shitting
they
me?
want to change it so what the bathrooms have how they have the symbol like the half skirt fucking thing. Okay,
Yeah.
the stick figure. They want to have that with the don't walk and walk, so they don't offend anybody.
You know what's funny? If you're a pervert, now you can go to the fucking women's bathroom. Not even they won't even call an alarm because you know what? You could just say, "Oh, I don't fit with that. I don't identify as a man or whatever the fuck."
Well, you could even switch it up day to day. It's
Yeah.
today I identify as a man. Tomorrow I identify as a woman. It's like that old Dice Andrew Dice Clay skit where he's like, I don't get bisexuals. He's like, what is it? One day you want hair pie, one day balls across the nose. Oh.
Dude, but check it out, dude. Imagine this shit that they locked down. Like, you know what? I would love to see reports of other places in the U.S. how the hell they're handling this.
I don't know. My mother lives in the Midwest. She moved out to Missouri years ago, and she said they're basically quarantined. Everybody is staying in. I don't know. It seems like it's everywhere the same, pretty much. I don't know. I think it's just they created this fear. It's the media, man. It's the media doing it.
I don't know, man, because it's weird. This is weird.
It's beyond weird. I mean, it's there's something going on here. Now, this stimulus package. I mean, it's a good thing that they fucking passed it, but it's not going to help.
Dude, but do you see some of the shit they put in this?
Please.
It's like
the stuff
like the Kennedy Foundation get some money and all
right.
these other weird shit, and like, oh my god, it's like they put shit in there. I'm like, who the fuck would think of this shit?
Federal abortion money had to go up.
Oh my god,
a
everything.
few other things. Yeah, I mean, what does that have to do with this virus? Okay, and that's why the Republicans were freaking out, and it got delayed because they were going back and forth with it. But they made a few speeches saying, like, Pelosi's a fucking disgrace, all right, for allowing this. And they're right. I mean, there was a rumor going around they gave themselves a raise, but that turned out to not be true.
No, they can't get a raise.
That they can't get away with, but they would try, I'm sure.
You know what's the thing that makes that but this thing, the lock. You know what? If you're gonna do a lockdown, you really don't want people to be out. Do a full lockout and fuck them.
Can't enforce it.
The problem is, you could enforce it if you really wanted to.
Well, martial law. That's about it.
And it's kind of a form of martial law, but it's like nobody really want to say it, but it really, and all you're gonna do, you're gonna keep. Because here's the other scenario. Let's say you were never infected with it, you never got infected by it, or you never had it, and then you stay home for whatever, the 15 days, and then you go back out, you never had it, and then you get some asshole that has it, and then you get it, and you start the whole cycle over again.
Yeah, and they still don't know if you can recover and get it again or not.
Yeah, and they don't know. So if you're gonna fucking have this stay at home, right? It should be across the board. It should be everybody.
Yeah, I guess, but I don't know.
No, but think about it. Let's say, God forbid, you just didn't have it.
Okay, well, think about this. If they were to declare actual martial law, okay, say we're declaring martial law in the tri-state area, what happens? What has to happen for martial law to actually be in place is the politicians give up their authority to the military. Yeah. All right. That means Cuomo, you don't see him every morning at 11 o'clock anymore. We see General whoever. Okay. And, that's how it would work. They don't want to do that. These people will not. This is their shining moment. All right. Everybody wants to give Cuomo credit. All right. I'll give him credit. Okay. But there is an ulterior motive here, and he knows it. Okay. He knows that Joe Biden's going to get it.
Dude, it's called 2024.
2024 or a VP pick for Joe Biden in 2020. Okay.
Now, I don't think I think he's definitely going with a woman.
Well, look, Biden will do whatever the DNC tells him to fucking do.
Yeah, but I pretty much think he's going with a woman.
He said that. He did say that. He said, I think he said a woman of color. Okay.
I think he's going to go. I think you called it. I think he's going to go with this Kamala Harris, which would be.
She's the only one.
What? Guess what? If he takes her, he's done.
No, he's look. I was reading something this morning, I think on CNN, that he has been non-existent during this whole crisis.
Yeah.
All right. He's not in office. He doesn't. Even Sanders has shit to do. He's a senator. Okay. Biden has absolutely nothing to do. The couple of times he was speaking, he looked stupid. Okay.
But have you seen the 7 women? There's women now coming out accusing him of shit.
Well, how about the woman that Tara something, I think her name is, that worked for him in the early 90s.
Oh, yeah.
And she said that he finger popped her in his fucking office. Okay. Now, I mean, I feel bad for any woman that happening to, but I had to laugh because, that means the Dems are going to nominate a guy for president that actually did grab the pussy.
Holy shit.
I mean, really didn't just talk about it like Trump did. Okay. So, it's just, the light is shine on everything, man. The truth always comes out. And the reason why I believe that story about that woman, I don't know about the others that are out there, but this particular one, I believe, is because she says that Biden said to her, and it was the way the quote was that made me believe it, because I can hear Biden saying it, is he said, "Oh, come on, man. I heard you liked me." Couldn't you see that? No, couldn't you see that old fuck saying that? Like, come on, man. Because that's how he talks. Even to women, he calls them man. I've heard him do that. Okay? He's a fucking sick bastard. I never liked that guy for the last 30 years, man. Never liked him.
I don't know, but it's like I was talking to somebody, a friend of mine, and I was like, when you look at what they had, this was the best they had. Like, it's bad, man.
Yeah. I mean, it is bad. Well, because they've spent the last few years doing nothing but bash Trump, not come up with any alternatives. Okay, not come up with anything different that might work. Okay, no, all they've done is Orange Man bad, and we're gonna try to impeach him, and everything's backfired, and now they stand for nothing. The reason Trump won in 2016 is because they stood for nothing then. They're too arrogant. They think the media is just going to get them in office every fucking time, and people are waking up. All right, that's it. That's how Trump won, and he's going to win again, and they're going to have a fucking meltdown.
It's crazy. You know what? Because dude, it's like if it is what it is, man. It looks like because you know what? It all depends on what happened after this. Because if they just did you see that ABC poll they did?
49%.
And I was shocked by that poll.
No, I'm not. Okay, whenever
I
there's
was like, wow.
well, look, naturally, why is he different than any other president?
Nah, you're right.
Whenever something happens, people look to the president and his numbers go up. It happened to Bush. People were hating on Bush before 9/11. They didn't even think he was legitimate. They didn't think he really won. And then his approval rating was at 90 fucking percent. Why do you think going back to then, why do you think the Democrats started to politicize the war on terror in the beginning there? They're like, they rode with it through Afghanistan. We were fighting in Afghanistan and kicking ass. They were they lived with that. But once it got to be into the next year, into 2002, they couldn't stand it anymore that this president, who they didn't even think was legitimate, was sitting at 80, 90% approval ratings. They had to shit him down. And that's what the media did then. And it's different now because the media just, Trump says fucking black, it's white. Trump says white, it's black. So it doesn't matter. Okay, he's wrong no matter what he fucking does. Okay.
I think the only problem he should have shut down the traveling quicker than he did.
Yeah,
I
look,
think that's the only thing.
I think
Because
that
he should have done China. He should have done the whole because the people that were coming in should have been tested right away. Another thing where they dropped the ball, they should have had people testing. And but what did he do? January, where he said let's close the fucking border to come from China, fighting for China. People call him a racist. He wasn't a racist. He was trying to protect. He's trying to protect you. And now everybody that does got the coronavirus or people that are dying are fucking say, you know what?
Yeah.
He should have. I think he should have done a lot more, a lot faster. He should have shut down every border. Nobody coming in.
I kind of agree. Okay, I don't think he's done everything perfect. Okay, but you wouldn't. But I don't think it's something.
But then again, who the hell know what was going on?
Right. That's the thing. I don't. The only people that I blame at all are the fucking Chinese. Okay, because the Chinese knew what they had. They knew how serious it was. They lied about the numbers. They wouldn't give information to our State Department when we asked for it. And slowly it got out, quickly, it got out into Italy and other places before it came here. And I think that, we probably could have been 2 or 3 weeks ahead of the game had they been more forthcoming. But no, what did they do? They lied about their numbers at first. Then they said, oh, no, we got everything under control. No, you don't. Okay? So how are we supposed to fucking know what we're fighting when they're lying?
Yeah, you know what? And I think the thing started around November. There was some cases in November. Yeah. You know what? I might sound crazy. I think this go away to there must have been a test drive in fucking Dominican Republic. I swear to God, those people that were dying from respiratory.
Yeah, we talked about that last year. The last episode, and I think that there is a possible connection that maybe that needs to be looked at.
Dude, it goes with air flying. People were getting sick. They were dying from respiratory, which almost a form of pneumonia that this is. And people were fucking dying. And you know what? It came a little bit.
You know what I got to tell you, man? Remember, I confirmed something yesterday. A friend of mine, well, you know her, Diana. She actually she confirmed this for me, okay? I had heard, and everybody listening, you should pay attention. I heard that ibuprofen, okay, is bad to take if you have this virus.
Yeah, you gotta
actually,
take like Tylenol or something.
right. You want to take something like even aspirin's not that good, but things like Advil is bad. It actually makes the virus stronger in your body. Now, up until yesterday, I hadn't known if that was confirmed or not, and then she told me that her doctor said it was true. So that should be put out there because I would think that even if you got a little symptom of something, don't take ibuprofen because God forbid it is the fucking coronavirus. It might make it fucking worse. All right. So stick with the Tylenol, people. Okay. Something like that. Aspirin, I think, is not great either, but it's better than taking ibuprofen.
Yeah, I take an aspirin a day. So
Well, do you take that for blood thinning purposes, or
I just take what my doctor told me. I take like
yeah,
the 81%, whatever.
yeah? That's to stop a heart attack, Rob.
Yeah, that's the low dosage.
Yeah, that supposedly thins your blood enough you don't get blockages and shit. But but yeah, I mean, that's something that they're not talking about all that much. I've seen it online in kind of like shady circles where you don't know if it's true or not.
Yeah,
Apparently, it
people
is
been
true.
talking about that. Yeah, people talk about Advil and all this because
Yeah,
there's something about ibuprofen to just make it stronger.
yeah. Now, here's my question with that: ibuprofen is man-made. Okay, so how is it that this natural virus is triggered by ibuprofen to be stronger? Something doesn't jive with me with that. It seems
Maybe
like
it just fuels it. Maybe it just make it stronger because it's giving it something that the body maybe it makes it must make
yeah,
it stronger. It's like feeding it. It's like when you feed your hunger or something. You eat something because you're hungry, and
yeah,
could
maybe.
be the
Well,
same thing.
it makes me suspect that it's some kind of bioweapon, but they'll never tell us that.
Nah, this is definitely
An
this
act,
is a disease. You know what? This is a disease that's gonna hit us right now,
yeah.
and within 10 years, they're gonna come back and wipe out a lot more people because it'll be stronger, it'll be harder. So right now, what they just got to do is try to make a few vaccines to be able to control this and
Well,
be able to
it might become what the flu is, where every year you'll get an upgraded, vaccine.
maybe you got to
Okay.
take a shot. Yeah, maybe once a year you got to take a coronavirus shot.
Now there's people. Um, I was watching what's going on in Africa related to this,
Yeah.
and there's been very few cases in Africa, but they've been increasing of late. Okay. And the reason that is they're finding is every one of these cases, uh, one was in Ethiopia that I was reading about. Um, they're finding that the everybody that had it is a traveler. They're not real Africans. They're people from Europe or Asia, Japan, China, coming to Africa, spreading the disease. Now, the State Department, the United States State Department in Ethiopia, I know has put out a warning saying don't travel alone within the country. They're getting attacked. Okay, not Westerners and non-African people in Africa are getting attacked. Okay, they've been getting fucking stones thrown at them, all kinds of shit. They've been attacked because people are being told that they're bringing the virus to the continent. Fucked up, right?
Yeah, but pretty much most of the people that haven't gotten it was like, once this thing started, you close all fucking flights to China. The second thing you got to close all flights to fucking Italy. How many people didn't come in before we got to close everything down?
Right,
How many American came from China where they told every American to leave?
right. True.
Think about that.
Yeah.
Or people that were on vacation there. By that time, you're right. They already have it. It's too late.
Wow.
You know what number I would like to go? How many Chinese people in Chinatown has the coronavirus?
I wonder.
Or how many
You'll never find that out.
Brooklyn Chinese has the coronavirus? How many in Queens? We got a lot of different Chinatown. How many people?
Queens has the most out of all the boroughs.
Yeah.
That's still true.
So those are the numbers. Where are those numbers? Because Queens, you got Chinese, also Korean.
No, I mean the Chinatown in Flushing is bigger than the Chinatown in Manhattan.
But that's more of a K town. There's more Korean there than Chinese.
It might be now. It's pretty closely split.
Yeah.
It used to be more Chinese, but there's a lot of Vietnamese too, and that like that.
Oh yeah. That's like a big. There's a bunch of Vietnamese in fucking Chinatown too.
Yeah, they've moved in there, but
Yeah.
I don't know that you'll never know that number because the people don't deal with anybody. They don't speak. They don't talk. They don't tell you nothing. You'll never know that number. But
They might have a vaccine over there already that nobody knows.
a little duck sauce, soy sauce, and you're good.
No, but the one thing I also heard, the way they're also fighting the virus is with a lot of vitamin C.
Yeah, well, I mean that's eat. You know what? You know what I've been eating is strawberries and blueberries. Okay,
That's good.
They got a lot of antioxidants. You should be eating that stuff anyway. It's good for you. Okay, but yeah, I mean, do the obvious shit, people. Okay, wash your hands, eat right, keep your immune system up. Don't be sitting home eating like 2 bags of potato chips every day and putting on 15 pounds during all this. All right, that's the worst thing you could do.
Nah, that's crazy.
So what are you doing up there? You still chopping wood?
Yeah. Chopping wood, getting the old school Rocky workout.
Oh shit! I'm gonna get a chicken, chase a chicken around like in Rocky 2.
Over here, you could probably get a squirt or the fucking cat that's running around. There's some creatures up here, man.
Oh, I'm sure you got raccoons up there, bears, right?
Ravens, all kind of shit.
Wow. So
sometimes you have eyes looking at you, and you're like, "Holy shit!" It's not a human; it's a fucking raccoon looking at you.
Yeah, he's wondering,
going, "What the fuck?
Are you good to eat?" That's what he's looking.
Fuck that.
He's like, I never saw this guy before. He looks lumped up. I think he might be good.
You know what you come upstate for? It's food, booze, and guns.
Yeah. What else is there?
Shit hit the fan. Just killed them all.
Oh man. So did you I just want to mention to everybody, we're going to be doing a rock show. We've done all of April, right? So what do we got coming up?
I think the next one is that.
No, I don't mean the next one we're going to do. What do we got for April so everybody knows?
All right. I got hold on. Let me look at my notes. I got my notes over here. Because I think April, we start with the Temptations.
Right. And then the Ronettes and Shangri-Las.
Then the Make of the Ramon album, End of the Century, and the Yardbirds.
At the end of the month. All right. So
good.
That's good. Did you have a chance to watch the documentary on Rodney Bingenheimer?
Bingham. No, I think I'm going to, after we finish today, I think I'm going to watch that.
Okay, because I'm ready. I can get a show ready if you want to do that whenever. Let me know.
Yeah, because we got some, like the May's going to be interesting. You got the DJ Ronnie Bennyhammer. You got the Making of Both Things Must Pass by George George Harrison. You got the fucking T-Rex, and then you got Paul Revere and the Raiders.
Yep.
So that's a lot of fucking shit to cover.
It is. Well, we got nothing else to do. I'm supposed to go. I'm supposed to go back to work on Tuesday. That's still in effect as far as I know. See what happens, man.
Yeah, and I put the episode of that last episode up on the Tots. I put it up, so that's up. I also the video up. I pretty much edited all the shit we did.
Yeah, cool. Good job.
So I'm trying to get ahead of the game.
Might as well while we got the time. Who knows what's going to happen in the next few weeks. Hopefully things start to settle down a little bit.
I think once you see numbers going down, then maybe that's when you're going to see shit settle down. But nothing's going to be settled until numbers going on. And the reason, since people are going out and doing kind of shit, you ain't going to get a real count on numbers.
Yeah.
Into whatever happened. Because I also look at the way now. I think anybody that's dying right now, they're pretty much calling it the coronavirus.
Yeah, even if they're suspecting it, they're not sure. Yeah, maybe.
Yeah, I just think they just don't know, and they just calling a lot of shit. So I think there's a lot of death in there that they was just deaf, and because even look at my friend Mike that died a few weeks ago. I'm wondering if that was the coronavirus. He might have just had a heart attack, but was it a coronavirus? Now who the hell knows?
Who knows?
But I think a lot of people, if you die, they're pretty much right now you're getting into that count that it was a corona. You died from natural. They got to get those numbers up. You got to get the fear out there.
Yeah.
It's a weird shit,
No,
man.
it's true. The media is driving so much of this. They've been very irresponsible. I mean, I have no respect for them anyway anymore. But
Dude,
this is
think
just
think
terrible.
think about how great the media is doing right now. The news, you're getting there's no sports, there's nothing to stop you. You're pretty much the number one thing that's live every day.
Yeah, and what gets me is like the morning shows, like I put on like what's her name, fucking Kelly Ripa,
Yeah.
right?
She's not even sure they're all doing it from
They're
home.
doing it from home. I'm like, I don't want to see your grainy picture with no makeup on your face, like you're just out of bed, okay, and you're in your pajamas and shit on a fucking show. Just show repeats already. I don't fucking care. You know? I don't, because it's not even a good picture. It's like Skype. Okay, it's not a clear picture. I don't know. It's just dumb, and they're all. And then when you watch the news, they all begin the same way. Oh, we're practicing social distancing in the studio. Just shut the fuck up. All right.
Dude, have you seen now they used to like some of the time they used to sit each other. Now they got the split
No,
clan.
they're not even in the same room.
Yeah, it's fucking crazy because
Yeah.
they gotta you gotta practice what you preach.
Well, yeah, but I mean, it's just.
And then there's the one you see the one reporter like from New York One. That motherfucker's calling from home.
Well, they're all like everybody's doing that. When there's like any kind of interview, like they're not with them. They're like, look, sometimes they even show them on their phone, like a little FaceTime or something. You know?
I think this is the way of the future,
Yeah,
man.
nobody really
Everybody can stay home.
yeah, nobody needs to be together anymore. So we'll be even more disconnected as a society. You know?
Not only more disconnected, there'll be no more birth.
Yeah. Well,
Everybody's going. You know what I was thinking, Mike?
what's that?
Remember Demolition Man?
Yeah. Okay.
Remember when Sandra Bernhard brought in Stallone to the house to have sex, and there was a simulator?
Yes.
We're not that far from that.
Yeah, we're almost there. We're almost there. Wow, I forgot about that.
I told somebody that the other day. I blew their mind, man. This is like really Escape from New York kind of shit. It's
It is.
fucking, it's funny, but it's fucked up, but it's funny. And
They extended.
I think people
They extended school being out another 2 weeks.
supposedly school was supposed to be out until April 20th.
Right. It was supposed to be the first, I think, or something. Now it's the 20th.
Yeah, the 20th, because the shit's still not under control. Once you know what you got, but again, the numbers we came out when you look at the percentage of the population of the United States and you look at the percentage of dying, it's still a very small percentage. There's still a high percent of you recovery if you if you're in shape or whatever. But there's old people that have recovered. Dude, there was a guy on they had the other day on Facebook.
Yeah.
He survived the Spanish flu and World War II, and now he survived the coronavirus.
Damn, hardcore, man. Wow.
That nigga's hardcore, man. That motherfucker is tough.
Oh yeah. Yeah. Fuck.
You know what I'm saying?
Hey, listen, that's why our species fucking survives, okay? But they've been talking about one of these pandemics coming along for years and years. But I just think that the numbers don't add up to the response. It just doesn't. It does not from comparing it to past responses.
I know, but I think that you know what the problem is. I think this one is so contagious, so fucking fast moving that's the problem.
Well, even with that, the numbers don't show what the swine flu was.
Yeah,
And
that's
we
true too.
and we did not shut down like this. Okay, they've destroyed the airline industry. It has to be bailed out. All money,
Oh yeah.
money that people aren't even thinking like, what was this stimulus package? $1 trillion, and it can go up to I think 2 or 3. Okay,
No, it's pretty much $2 trillion,
yeah,
and it could
2
go up
trillion.
to 3 codes, and that's to save the and there's probably a bunch like you seen Tesla is going to start doing those respirator Tesla.
Well, I think GM is making the ventilators now too. They asked them to.
So it's Tesla doing ventilator. There's a bunch of company now jumping in to do them.
Yeah, car companies can do it. They got the technology to do that.
Yeah.
But then you got to wonder too. Like people were criticizing Trump because he was saying, "Well, you probably don't need all these ventilators you're asking for." Okay. And I kind of get what he's saying with that. You know, that, in one breath, Cuomo was saying we need 30,000 fucking ventilators. But then when he's asked about the other four, he says, oh, well, we're saving that just in case. Well, there is no just in case. We're in an emergency. Use it now. Okay.
Yeah, gotta use whatever you got. You
Somebody
gotta
needs to
use, man.
breathe. There is no fucking, oh, well, you're not that bad. No, I can't breathe. Get a fucking ventilator. And the bad thing about ventilators, and he was talking about this, is the longer you're on them, the harder it is to get off them. Your body actually, when you're on a ventilator for like, I think more than like a week or two, your body doesn't remember how to fucking breathe anymore. I think. I could be wrong.
Wow.
I think I think it becomes like more of a problem to get off it. So,
damn.
Yeah, it's not good, man. But, again, I hate to be callous. I'm not trying to make light of an emergency because we have a medical emergency here. But these numbers and then the response to it, to me, don't match. They're destroying the country over this. It doesn't need to be. And, I think there's ulterior motives with this. Sorry. I hope people don't hate me for that, but it's true.
You know what? When everything is said and done, we'll see what's going on with the whole thing.
It'll never come out like that, Rob. You know that.
Oh no, it'll come out years later on. But we'll definitely, but this right now is the crisis. This is what we're dealing with, and you know what? We just got to deal with it, and hopefully everybody gets through healthy, strong, and with a better mindset.
I've gotten very good at making martinis. Okay, the last couple of days. I've always liked vodka martinis. It's like the James Bond in me, I guess. But it's like I've been making them so fucking good, man. I think I should become a bartender.
Dude, yesterday I was on Google Hangout with Jonathan and Gina, everybody else, and I just took an epic nap. I took an epic nap.
Right in front of them, just conked out?
Right in front of them. I just fucking. I was in my bed. It was nice and warm. I started sleeping. It was great.
That's cool. So, all right. Well, listen, you want to catch up maybe tomorrow? We'll figure out what we're going to do.
Yeah, so what I'm going to do, I'll put this up tomorrow, all right? I put it in the morning, and I'm going to call this Mike and Rob Quarantine Special.
Okay, sounds good.
Talking the numbers.
All right, man.
All right? Yep. I'll see you, and remember, don't get drunk, get lumped up.
Take care.
Have a